to my whole family. Ship 1 through 4, all of us play together. Or if you're on JP, we got more ships, but we're birds of a feather. Let's all play this game together. So basically what I'm getting there is that we have the cross server matchmaking. So this was introduced or touched on in the headline where they were saying that Lucille, the new Lucille, will have server-wide matchmaking. Yes, I just clapped my hands throughout this whole thing to let you know that this is real. So this one is huge because multiple servers matchmaking really is something that is needed for the game. It's needed for a lot of games, and it's really exciting to see that they're looking in this direction moving forward. Because it allows us to play with other people from other ships, which a lot of us have friends in other ships. There's a lot of different creators, content creators, NGS official content creators like myself, who are on different other ships and stuff like that. And seeing that they're looking at this, and they're wanting to move forward with it. So that while it's only going to be in the new Lucille right now, they specifically stated, it's what they want to do for future quests as well. So this is very exciting. This is super exciting, actually. So pretty much this just works so that it allows us to click an option here that enables cross-server matchmaking. And when you have this active, you won't have access to your server side stuff. So like Alliance, your friends list, stuff like that. You won't, so which obviously makes sense, and that could obviously be abused. Quite frankly, whenever this comes out, don't expect it to run perfectly. Would not surprise me, they listed down here in red, that it could be shut off at any point in given time or whatever without prior notice. Expect this to happen because there's a lot going on behind this, and people, unfortunately, we do live in a society where people are going to try to find loopholes in this. They're going to try to find ways to manipulate it. They're going to try to break it. That's just how people are, unfortunately, and that's what's probably going to happen. So do not be surprised if after it's released, shortly after its release, it's shut off for a week or a few days or a week. Do not even be surprised by that. I fully expect that. So just let me level your expectations there. However, the fact that however they will eventually get it running, and it will be running smooth, and it will be a permanent implementation. And this is exciting because they're looking forward to doing this, as this is going to be a main thing moving forward in the future with quests. So this is very huge because, of course, some of the ships aren't as popular as others. Of course, 1 and 2 are by far the most popular ships, but of course, there's great people on 3 and 4. Each ship has its own little culture, its own little flavor, and that's great. But of course, being able to play with friends across all these ships, it really allows all the ships to really flourish and bloom, and not necessarily have so many people just trying to go to the most heavily populated ones. Instead, it will allow things to kind of balance itself out, because if you can put people from other ships anyway, then it ultimately doesn't really matter what ship you're on. Of course, I mean, yeah, outside of quests and stuff like that, you're only in your own ship, right? But but in terms of playing the content and stuff like that, and playing specific quests and stuff like that, you can still efficiently do it by ship-wide, server-wide matchmaking, right? So this is super huge. This is a huge win. I was very surprised by this. I cannot emphasize how much this headline was a huge W, a huge win. And people are going to say whatever. People are going to say differently. There's always going to be people who are doom posters and stuff like that. And that's what they do. It is what they do. Always you want a real response. You want some real input. Always come here, because this is where you're going to get it. I'm gonna give you both sides. I'm gonna give you everything, and we're always going to discuss it in the comments. So always feel free, because I'm always down for a great discussion, as long as it's respectful, cordial, and we understand that we are not arguing. We are discussing. We're having a talk. So I will not argue with you. I'm not your daddy, even though some people call me Poppy. Woo! Anyways, so yeah, I'm super excited about that. How do y'all think that this is going to play out with this? What's your thoughts on it? Because my thoughts on it are pretty strongly for this. I'm very excited about this. I love Lucille. I I love Lucille. For those who don't know, Lucille is absolutely my home. So to get Lucille to get a revamped Lucille, not only to get a revamped Lucille, but to get a new feature of matchmaking, multi-server, multi-ship wide, is just an icing on the cake. And this is really exciting, looking forward to the future of the NGS franchise. And it's been great to see the growth, the continued growth of the developers and the implementations. And especially as as things kind of tone down a little bit with a lot of the chaos that's gone on in the communities, and all the the bots, the RMTs, the sheer toxicity that was so prevalent in the communities. You're able to see now the devs are able to focus much more greatly on the things that they've wanted to implement. And you see it in this previous headline, there's just so much stuff that they were able to listen there and tell us about, and whether it's going to be in the future, and so and so and so, and everything just is getting more smoother, because when you have those distractions removed, you're able to focus on what you're actually trying to do. And that's what I've always talked about. That's what I've always told y'all. And that's why I've always been so big about, not having that stuff in the community, So because when you have that stuff there, then it stops the progression of everything else. Because now you're dividing, your time and your thought process, your resources, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Nonetheless, though, this is really huge. I cannot wait to tickle some of y'all's toes from ship 2, ship 3, ship 4. If you want to tickle my toes, you can't tickle my toes because I wear steel toe boots at all times, even when I'm sleeping. So you can't tickle my toes, but I'm looking forward to tickling your toes. Let me know if you're looking forward to tickling someone's toes down in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe. I will see y'all in the next one. Holla. Spike2 content.